Okay, welcome again to Mike's Master Classes. My name's Jon Wheatley. I'm talking about standard tunes, jazz guitar, chord changes, and what changes we play on songs, how we alter them. And let's start off with a song called It Could Happen to You. Anyway, if you can consider the E diminished 7 to be a C7 flat 9, you can also turn it into a 2/5. So instead of C7, you can have E flat major 7, G minor 7 flat 5, C7. You get a little more motion that way. And on the second half of the first measure, we could put an A flat 7, which is a 4/7. So we could go. The third measure is the same, but we go to a G minor 7, just for something to do, and then we turn the F sharp diminished 7 into a 2/5, so it becomes A minor 7 flat 5, D7 flat 9. Okay? The reason that works is F sharp 7 is really very much like a D7 flat 9, which is 5/7 to 3. Now here's what we have so far. Just a little bit more motion in there, more stuff to play. In the fifth measure, instead of the G minor 7, we're going to make a 2/5 of 4. Now measures 7 and 8 originally went G minor 7, C7. I would like to go like this. G13, G7 flat 13, C9, C7 flat 9. And turn the G7 flat 9 into a 2/5, so instead of just, we're going to have and now we come to the C minor 7. I like to make a line cliche in there, so it goes C minor major 7, C minor 7, F7, F minor 7, G minor 7, a 4 chord, and now instead of a B flat 7 in measure 16, we can use a tritone substitute and turn it into an E7. You see, with those two chords, B flat 7 and E flat 7, the third and the seventh happen to be the same two notes. So you could go either way. You could go F minor, B flat 7, or you could go F minor 7, E7. Now, just to really do it up nice, if you can go to an E7, you could go to a B minor and then an E7. So you have because that sounds more exotic. But using some of the things that we've been talking about already, substituting chords or sticking chords in between that were not there originally, that's what we're doing here. Okay, because the original song was sort of like this. Let's put the camera back on the guitar. Okay, the original song in its basic form was something like this. Okay, very familiar. Anyway, so I stuck in a couple of, like where it goes D minor 7 to G7. And I'm going to stick in a flat 7, flat 5 there. Right? Remember we were saying earlier about how you can always put a dominant a half step above a dominant, or above practically anything for that matter, except probably a diminished chord. Now the original chord next was F major 7, and I wanted to put in a G flat 7, which makes the melody into a flat 5, which is an interesting sound. And so on. And this is supposed to be an A minor chord or an A minor add ninth or whatever. But I found this is nice, an F sharp minor 7 flat 5, which is really an A minor 6. Okay? So it came out sort of like this. So the the ending worked like this. It's supposed to go D minor, A minor, So what I was thinking here is, in the third measure of that, you have another D minor. So how about if you preceded that with a series of dominants? You go back to A7, E7, B7, and F sharp. F sharp, in this case, half diminished. So you could have this kind of sequence.